Good morning. I will call to order the meeting for the Chase County Commissioners for October 13th, 2025. If everyone will please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We got a thank you from the Diamond 4-H Club, thanking us for their support for Chase County 4-H. In honor of National 4-H Week, the 4-Hers in Chase County say thank you for your support for 4-H and youth programs throughout the year. Goodies in here. Yourself, anything you want. I'll take the sugar-free gum. You want anything, Gene? There, you watch some of these. Morning. Take care of some stuff. Our warrants for October 13th, 2025. Are there any questions? I'll make a motion to approve the warrants for October 13th, 2025.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We have our minutes from our September 30th, 2025 meeting. Everybody have a chance to look those over. Any additions or corrections? I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from September 30th, 2025.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We have a transfer of funds, number 2025-07. It is a transfer from the jail excess revenue fund to the senior center supplement. $18,967. I'll make a motion to approve transfer of funds order number 2025-07.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We have some letter of support for the senior center. So what's your phone? Most of them are letters of support to the KDOT for continuing funding with the general public transportation.
You need a motion.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to sign letters of support to KDOT for continuing funding of the general public transportation program and authorize Deb Haglund as coordinator of the Chase County Senior Center.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
What did I mention? Back to that one, like that five. Oh, yeah, this is 7.
That's a different one.
Yeah. Let me just
Yeah, go ahead.
make a motion to approve the Transportation Title VI outline and supporting documents.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Did you say Title IV? Is it Title VI?
Title, well, you have Title VI. It, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be 4?
No, it's 6. Did you
Yeah,
say Title
I
VI?
said
She said
6.
I'm sorry. I thought I heard 4.
Yeah, okay.
There's nothing.
There's what?
There's
Nothing to sign in that. Okay, that's
just in red is
what he would just do. So, okay. Make sure they shuffle something to the bottom. So. Morning, Charlie.
What do you want?
Oh.
Yep.
Come on up here. How's everything going?
Been good.
Good.
Been busy.
What can we help you with?
Well, I came in to visit with you guys about the wages for the director's position. I know, speaking with you on the phone, initially you said it was starting out at 47.5, and after the 6 months it'd go to 48. I remember texting you and visiting with you afterwards and asking you if we could negotiate on after the 6 months on the wage, due to where I was already sitting in there in my normal wage before I took this position, and also by what was in the handbook stating that, you know, if you were an employee and you're, or even someone from outside, if you had experience or whatnot coming into the position, it would start out different percentages for how much experience you had based on the minimum wage, which was the starting wage. Prior to applying and everything for the job, that was never ever decided on it at that point on what the wages were going to be. I know when I asked that it was a new position, you guys were separating it out, and you just really didn't know at that time on what that position was going to start out at. So I realized, you know, starting out, you were wanting me to go through and do the 6 month probation to see if I could even do the job. And I agreed on that for the simple reason I wanted to show you guys I could do the job and do it well. I would like to come in and visit with you about having the salary adjusted from where it is at to follow more of the guidelines, kind of like what was in the handbook as far as the percentage.
Can I interject? Do we need to do this in an open meeting or an executive session?
Open
The nature
meeting.
of the stuff. Okay. and I know I'm coming in the middle of it. I
Yeah.
just know what we're talking about. I wanted to make sure everybody was on that page before we get too far. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, you're good.
I didn't mean to interrupt you
Oh,
either.
you're
Sorry,
fine.
I wanted
You're
to
fine.
make sure everybody was, since I'm trying to come lately this morning. And I apologize if I have to step out again. We're working on a little crisis. So
That's all right.
So again, on why I'm here is to try to see if I could visit with you guys and ask for the wages to be adjusted to what the handbook was showing as far as the percentages on the starting wage. The starting wage was decided at 47.5. I was asking for the 10% adjustment, which would put me at about $25.10 or something like that an hour, based off of what is listed in the handbook. And to me, that would be fair. That would put me right in the kind of the average of the only people I can really compare myself to is road and bridge guys. You know, with like blade operators and stuff, they're making closer to 26. But I said if I could get in that 25 range, I'd be happy in that 25 range. And I know there is a difference, but I also look at the extra stuff that I do to where someone in that department wouldn't have to. I mean, they're concentrating on taking care of the roads and stuff like that. I also take care of, you know, the recycle, the HHW, and keeping up on all the certifications on that every year. My applicator license, you know, for my certifications and stuff on that I got to get through every year. Besides a lot of the, you know, the paperwork part of it, you know, trying to get things organized with the state, you know, it really helps having a secretary do the payroll and stuff like that. It really has helped doing that, but it's still a lot of extra work.
A lot of that winter work too, huh? A lot of that's winter work too. Like, I mean, you winter work. You know, I just don't, when we start comparing blade operators to this, to that, you know, I mean, the blade operators are where they are because we couldn't keep the blades full, right? So comparing the two jobs, you're right. It isn't apples to apples. They blade 12 months out of the year. You spray how many months?
Depends on the weather, but it could be clear up to November that I'm spraying.
And then you take a break till?
And then I don't take a break because then I was going
On spraying.
On the spraying.
Yeah.
Yes. Then I do. That's usually the months when you start going into doing your certifications and stuff too. You've got a lot more conferences and stuff that I go to as well.
I just asked it. Let's focus on the tasks, the jobs that you do, and that I get lost when you start talking about what another department's, the roles that they do, and comparing and contrasting. It just doesn't.
Well, and the reason I do is because a lot of the requirements for the road and bridge has been changed to the requirements for the noxious weed, as far as like needing a CDL Class B and some of the things like that. When I was first hired and I was noxious weed, I would go and haul creek gravel and stuff too, or I would go help with a bridge project or something when I first started. So I was doing the work that they were doing as well. So that's why I compare myself to them, because it's a little hard to compare it to an office job or something to what I do, because I deal with chemicals and hazardous materials where the normal person wouldn't have to. And then with the job description changing, you know, to adding on, taking care of a lot of the stuff I was already doing as far as clearing trees and brush and stuff like that in the winter time. You know, I mean, that is an added deal that is comparable to what the road and bridge does. You know what I'm saying?
There's an added thing that we laid out right up front, the position, right? Like the whole idea of separating the noxious weed back out from road and bridge is so that we could be able to start doing a better job of taking care of the things that you just said.
Right.
That was all outlined when we,
Yes.
when we,
And that's what I'm showing you, the comparison
offered you
on
the
why I
position.
was comparing myself to
So-
Road and Bridge, because I am doing
Yep.
the same stuff is what I'm saying.
but you're not running okay, let's move on past that. You're not running a motor grader, right?
No, but
So let's
they're
don't
not,
compare
they're not
yourself to
dealing
motor.
with chemicals
So
either.
let's carry on with your job. That's what I'm focused on. Tell
Okay.
us why the job that you do, why you
Why?
want this raise. Yes. So just,
Because of all the added stuff that I am doing that the normal person wouldn't have to do. You know, I like I said, I take care of the recycle. You know, the HHW stuff, the household hazardous waste, and dealing with that. And, you know, separating out chemicals, corrosives, stuff that the normal person wouldn't have to deal with here. And
are you doing
mixing
anything in addition
chemicals.
beyond what we talked about that you would be doing 6 months ago? Have we added anything to your job that we didn't agree to in the 6 months ago?
Have we added?
Yeah.
Yes.
What have we added that we didn't talk about 6 months
What
ago?
I didn't do 6 months ago,
No, when we offered you the position 6 months ago, we outlined all these things we talked about all these things that you just said that you do,
right?
right?
Yeah.
It was
and
agreed
I
that
agree.
that's what you're
Yes,
gonna do.
We outlined it.
Have we added any jobs beyond what we already agreed that you're gonna do? Have we increased your workload beyond what we said at that time when we gave you the position?
No.
Thank you. Okay, that's right.
I mean, looking back, the agreement with from the 47.5 to 48 at 6 months. That's what we agreed on. We
didn't agree on the 48, Tony. That's why I asked you in the
that's
text.
when
that
I
we
sent
could-
that to you, and that's what we had agreed on. That's how the job was offered to you when you took it.
And like I outlined in the text, that you changed it from an hourly position to a salary position, which eliminated any overtime I would have got. And so when you take that into consideration with what you're offering and what I was making already, there wasn't much difference in, you know, the amount of pay that you were offering on that. That's why I asked if it would be negotiated after the 6 months. And you said in your text, you would talk to the other two commissioners, and if I wanted to get on the agenda, I could. That's what you said in the text.
All right, commissioners, my feeling is that, talk about it, we do salaries in January. We had it laid out at 6 months. We'll talk again about your salary in December and January, whether there'll be a larger increase or where we'll be, or if it'll be just what our standard rate is for everyone.
We do all the non-elected December, January.
And I realize that, but I guess what I was looking at is when I was asking beforehand on the position, what it was gonna be paying, and nobody knew because it was a new position and they were gonna have to get back, you know, once they got things ironed out of what it was gonna be. There was still no indication on what that job was gonna be paying until the day it was offered. Did even the other applicants, did they know that it was gonna start out at 47.5? Just
That was
asking.
all discussed and
I want to
There.
make sure that we're on the same page, that you knew when you started that was the starting rate, right? I don't care about anybody else. The day you were hired though, was there a meeting of the minds, any question that you knew that's where you started that day?
I knew 47.5 starting out when Tony told me on the phone.
Okay, and then we knew about the 6 month thing with that. That's somewhere documented. There was a meeting of the minds of there. Is that correct?
There was no meeting on that. That's when I texted back to Tony and I asked him.
When I say meeting, a meeting of the minds, somebody knew there was a 6 month review period.
Mhm.
That was something that you knew. commission knew.
I knew what they were offering.
Okay, right. That's what they were offering. If you know that that's what they're offering and they haven't offered anything different at the time, I guess is what I just want to, for the record, everything that we're doing right now, make sure that we're on at least the same page there. That's what they're offering. You knew what the starting was. You knew they were offering a 6-month review, and you took the job, so you accepted it at that point.
At the 47.5.
Okay, so now the question is really one of renegotiation. Is that fair?
Yes, because
And not why. I understand why. I'm not trying to. I just want to make sure we're keeping the scope of what we're arguing about right now. So, and renegotiation is completely fair. At any time, anyone can come in, ask for more. They can come in and say, we're paying you too much, or we want to give you more, whatever. But I want to make sure that our baseline, everybody was at the baseline where we thought that we were. And if we're there, then the question does become one of renegotiation. You've got the reasons why you think that it should be more, whether it's the hourly salary change, whether it is due to certifications, due to changes in roles and whatnot. Then what I'm hearing from them, again, just to make sure we're on the same page, is they will consider it, but they will only consider it like they would typically consider it
Late December.
late December for January raises, which I think is what you do. In fact, we had 2 of those last year that we decided we're not going to talk about this right now. Call us back again in December and we'll talk about late January. Does that make sense? Is that where you guys are? You understand that that's where I think
that's not where I was.
I know that that's not where you were at least as far as the begin, where how much we're getting paid right now, and that was the deal that we started off with. Maybe it's not what the deal should be, but that isn't timely for 60 days, basically. It would be what I would suggest to everybody as we get through 60 days, and then we revisit this. Does that make sense?
I understand what you're saying. What I was getting at is in our handbook, it says if you start at whatever the base pay is, like the base pay starting out was 47.5. According to it, if you take that position, it is also based off your experience. It just lays out the percentage for the years of experience you have in training. That's what I'm trying to get through on page 9.
Here. Yeah, I've got it and I understand that. So with regards to a handbook,
That's the whole.
we can all, I have a as well. Sorry, I did look at this after we talked, and I'm sympathetic to everyone's position here, but we can always negotiate outside of our handbook. And if we had an agreement that was negotiated outside of those terms, I mean, those terms, if they were going to be an issue, really needed to be raised before you took the position. So HR has documentation that this is the path that we're going to take, and not that we're going to review it for a different raise at 6 months. That should have happened at the original negotiation time.
I did text at the very original. As soon as I found out, she did not know because she was not involved with it. I was dealing directly with the commissioners.
Right. But dealing directly with the commissioners,
I should know. That's what you're saying.
I'm not saying you should know. I'm saying these guys don't have any authority to ever take any action. Tony can't do anything on his own. Gene can't do anything on his own. Matt can't do anything on his own. Tony can't talk to the other commissioners about this except for in this room during meeting.
Right.
You know, and she doesn't have the authority to do it if that isn't what the negotiated agreement was. It sounds like, at least at that time, you took the job and they thought that's what the negotiated agreement was. Does that make sense? So if, and again, I'm not saying that it shouldn't change and that you don't have, I'm not even addressing your issues as for the change. I'm just saying, I give it 60 days and then look at it again, because that's when we would normally do that if we were on any other regular salary situation. Now, if there was a question before you took the job about whether this was a salaried or an hourly position, that's something that needed to be addressed before you started swinging a hammer. You know what I mean? And because otherwise, I think it's a reasonable assumption of everyone that we are on the same page because you've taken the job. Does that make sense? And I don't, there's nowhere for me to go back into time and undo that confusion if there was one, because I think the paperwork that we would have, all of our onboarding stuff would have been as a salaried position at this rate with this increase schedule. So, but my advice to them and to you is get your ducks in a row, make sure you have all your arguments ready. Then we put this on the agenda again in December when we're looking at departmental raises, because you're essentially your department. Basically, I know you kind of ride the line there a little bit. And when you deal with a departmental budget, your departmental budget includes what you think that should be according to that, according to what's in the handbook, and you pitch it to them and hope that you're compelling. I mean, that's kind of the place where I think that, you know, as county's lawyer, I think that's where I see it, if I'm seeing everything correctly. And I know we're not exactly on the same page, you know, but we at least were at the time that basically of entering into the agreement, you know, and you know, if there is a mistake or a confusion, we've got to go back to the onboarding documents and any record of the commission meetings that would have been that salary rate with that 6 months, I think is what you guys would say that our documents would mean. And I don't know that you're disputing that right now, just maybe your understanding of it. Is that fair?
I wasn't involved with anything up here.
Okay. But you're involved, you did.
I received a phone call.
Okay. Right. And at that time, took the job. And you've been doing the job, and I think doing a good job, as far as I know. I don't know. I've not been. I've been checking the weeds. I haven't heard anybody complaining. I'm saying that's not an issue right now. You know, so I don't know that it would be inappropriate to come in and make those inquiries when it's timely. I just don't feel like it's timely yet. Oh.
We do it again. We do it in December, January. I mean, imagine if we did this with 50 employees throughout the year, when everybody decided they felt like they deserved more money. Then, you know. So anyway, that's where I stand. I'm good with where we are now. I'm willing to look at it in December, January. That's where I'm at.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Brian. All right. Workman's comp presentation. Is that you, sir?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Colin Holthouse. I'm with K-Work out of Topeka. Holthaus. And I'm one of those weird Collins with one L. So I've got a handout for everybody here.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I just have a brief presentation here. Want to Thank you for having us today. There's some page numbers in the upper right, so I'll try to reference them as I'm going through, but there's my name at the bottom of the cover sheet too. But as I said, we're K-Work. We're a insurance pool that does workers' compensation insurance only. On page 2 here, we're a self-funded pool specializing just in work comp. We were established in the early 90s under the Kansas Municipal Group Funded Pool Act. And there's the Kansas statute there. Dedicated exclusive to Kansas counties. A lot of states have similar pooling opportunities. K-Work is it's a county-owned pool, owned and directed by the members through the Board of Trustees. We have a 7-member Board of Trustees, which we'll review here in a minute, but our administrator, Jim Parrish, is our CEO, and then that's me. I'm our Chief Operating Officer. And then a couple of our VPs, Nicole does all of our underwriting, and Brandon Mann does all of our environmental health and safety initiatives and carries out our health and safety programs. Page 4. Okay, we have a 7-member board. There's 4 from each district, so northeast, south, and west, and then there's 3 at-large members. The trustees oversee all monthly operations. It's typical, like not-for-profit pool that's trustee ran. On page 5, we've got a nice visual here, state of Kansas. All of the pink counties are the 87 counties that get their work comp insurance through us, through K-Work. And the darker red or darker purple ones are those that have a member on our board of trustees. And then the white ones are ones that aren't members of K-Work. Some of which we're working on. We've got a few leads this fall, and some of which don't really make sense because they're so large they self-insure, like Sedgwick and Johnson, etc. So we've really got most of the state there, 87 counties that are on board with K-Work for work comp through the pool. On page 6, just a few helpful membership facts that describe our retention. 27 members joined back in 1992 at the founding, and they're still members. 8 additional ones have been members for 25 years. 24 additional ones have been members for 20 years. 10 members have been members for 10 plus years. So another way of saying all that is just that 71% of the members of the pool have been members for over 10 years. So really good retention numbers. Pool members rarely request a bid. Most of them typically just renew at the end of the year, but we added 2 last fall. And as I said, we've got about 3 strong prospects for this fall. So we're hoping to grow membership a little bit more. On page 7 is just a list of the current members, but it's in alphabetical order. So it's kind of easier to find one if you don't know where they're at geographically, which is, I'm memorizing a lot of them, but with 105 counties, it's quite a bit. Page 8, a few more membership facts here. K-Work has gradually increased membership in the pool from 82 members in 2015 to 97 members in 2025. Those extra 10 members are instrumentalities, we call them. So like a rural water district. So 87 of the members are counties, but then you get about 10 more that are different types of entities. So, and then sometimes counties will ask about like dividends, but what K-Work does through the pool is called a premium reduction from fund reserves. So we give the money back at the beginning of the year by keeping premiums down across the board. So last year we did that, reduced the premiums by 1.1 million or 12.8%. You could think of that as being very similar to a dividend in different setups. Page 9 is some more membership information broken down by duration of amount of time that they've been a member of the pool. We really went over a lot of that, but that's just another way of looking at it that's handy. Page 10. Sometimes we'll hear that County might be considering, keeping their insurance local through the local agent. But it's important to remember that the commission then will stay local through the local agent, which might be like 10% or so. But a lot of the money the great bulk of the premiums will go back to the large corporation, which may be out of state, and won't be directly used in Kansas. The thing about K-Work is all the money for the pool is used by Kansas counties and kicked back in and contributes to Kansas counties in the premium reduction from fund reserves at the beginning of the year, and used to keep premiums down. The original founding of the K-Work was because counties were getting charged so much through the traditional insurance market, and so the pools were founded. And then one distinction to make here too is K-Work and K-Camp, you might have heard. They're not the same things. They're similar pools, but K-Camp is on the property casualty side and K-Work is all work comp. So a county is, more than welcome to use K-Work and not K-Camp. It's you can do whatever you want basically in those terms. So page 11, here's a picture, kind of a nice visual of our board of trustees. That's our 7-member board. Sandy Barton is our clerk. She's out of Stanton County. Wayne Wiltz, our VP. He's out of Cali County. He's a commissioner. Julie Dunkel's our secretary. She's a Jefferson County clerk. Chelsea Schmidt is out of Morris County. She's our controller. And then on the right, you have Mike Cleveland out of Cloud County, George Pretz out of Miami County, and Stan McAvoy out of Decatur County, way out west, just in case any of those folks are familiar faces or anything. Page 12, the board runs and operates a number of committees. So a personnel committee, an investment committee, an audit committee, and now a nominations committee. And on the right and on the bottom is the breakdown of which board members of the board of trustees serve on those committees. But those committees oversee a lot of what the title sounds like they would. So, personnel committee concerns himself and works on personnel issues with K-Work. The investment committee handles the investments and all those initiatives for the pool. Audit committee works very closely handling the audits at the end of the year with our third party. And then nominations committee meets a couple times a year in case there's other trustees that need to be nominated. Now, page 13 is our wonderful staff. We're really proud of there. There's 9 of us now. We've recently invested in a few more folks to beef up our services that we offer, which we really think separates us in terms of what we do. But there's Jim and I, and then Brandon, our VP for loss prevention up top, and Nicole, our VP for underwriting. And then across the bottom here, we've got 4 of our safety consultants. Andy Brooks, Sean Harold, he's out west in Hayes and handles the west part of the state. Monty Parrish and Ben Woner. And then Monica handles our marketing, and Ralph is a part-time member service representative. He's out west as well. So real good staff, a lot of longevity and retention there as well. And page 14 here is what I was referring to with the health and safety staff. Brandon Mann is their vice president, and then those are the 4 gentlemen I just mentioned, Ben, Andy, Sean, and Monty. They all have K-Work vehicles, and they devote every week to traveling all throughout the Kansas counties and providing services, training. Some of those are covered here on page 15. A lot of the big ones are defensive driving, forklift safety, flagger and work zone training, KDOL, Kansas Department of Labor compliance audits, ergonomics, road and bridge safety, equipment operation, managing financial risk, JJ Keller online training video. All these services, if you were to hire somebody or pay a third party to come out and do all these trainings would cost a significant amount of money. K-Work is happy to do them all for free. And That's what keeps the guys busy week in and week out. Just the defensive driving, forklift driver, flagger, and KDOL compliance audits are worth their weight in gold in terms of what those guys do, but they're very good. I think 3 of them have like master's degrees in safety and OSHA type related things. They're really good public speakers, and they're excellent at what they do. So, and happy to do it. Page 16, here's just a few more services they provide. They'll also help you come out and set up a safety meetings they'll help you pick a safety coordinator on your staff, show you how to run the meetings and set up a safety program. That way you can conduct some of your own internal safety inspections and do some safety trainings. Just another added consultation service that helps with safety and keeping your experience mod down and your claims down is really a behavior driven thing. And you can absolutely get a workforce that's better at safety initiative as time goes on if you conduct enough trainings and work on those things. Page 17 here, K-Work also offers a few scholarships that are nice to have. Kansas Sheriff's Association Jail Training Academy grants will cover half the cost of those, up to $250 for 3 employees a year. And then POET, post-offer employment physical testing, will cover half the cost of those, up to $75 per employee. And there's no limit on the amount of employees you would use on that. So just some nice grants that help out with expenses as well. Page 18, the good thing about a pool is it's really transparent. And
Are we taking advantage of that? Or has anybody told us about that?
I don't know about the poet.
No, the jail training?
Yes.
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah. We're happy to, and we try to get the word out there and make sure everybody knows it as much as possible. But yeah, the invoices come through and we just write the check and send it back to you. Page 18, good question. Thank you. K-Work is accountable. So one of the good things about having a pool that's ran by a board of trustees is that things are very transparent with the finances and so forth. All financial transactions are reported. They're audited at the end of the year. Checks over 10,000 have to be co-signed. There's a monthly claims review, a monthly loss prevention review. All these things that we go through in a monthly board meeting with the board of trustees. There's also 2 quarterly reviews, the quarterly financial reports and the quarterly claims reports. And the claims that have been happening, of course, will lead the safety consultants to know what initiatives are important, especially in any given counties at any given time. So they'll tailor their training a little bit to that. And then monthly meetings on losses and loss prevention. 19, one of the common questions is, do you have enough money to pay claims? Is the pool healthy enough? Yes, the pool is. And we have about 4 times the amount of reserves that's typically required in terms of industry standard to pay claims. And then any claim that were to exceed $850,000, our excess carrier Safety National will cover. So that's what our specific excess and aggregate excess insurance is through Safety National. It's also important to note that no assessments have taken place against K-Work since the inception of the pools back in 1992, which assessments can increase your premiums. So that's a good thing that they haven't. And then reinsurance is priced each year for the next policy year. So like Safety National, we're with them now for any claim that goes over 850,000, but we continue to eye that and shop and make sure we're getting fair price there as well. And then, as I said, we have more than the recommended amount of reserves on hand. Our claims are handled through a great partner, Cowell Insurance Service, CIS, on page 20. They have 2 rock stars. Amanda Chamberlain, she handled lost time injuries, and Jenny Mitchell handles medical only injuries. They're a local company. They've been up in Overland Park for 35 years, and they handle our claims management, the Medicare, medical care and treatment of the injured employee. They'll investigate, evaluate, and negotiate claims. They handle the disposition of claims. They'll work very closely with the attorney for the K-Work and handle defense counsel in a very cost-conscious environment. And they'll handle files and come up with effective solutions and resolutions for the injured parties. So they do a great job. They're very good at communicating swiftly with everyone, and you talk to the same two every time, Amanda and Jenny. So people really value that as well. Page 21. A little differentiation here. K-Work offers $500 or $1,000 deductibles. Quotes can be provided either way. Most counties usually spend more on deductibles than they end up saving on premiums, is worth noting. So only about 7 counties do have a deductible. K-Work either offers either $500,000 or $1 million of employees' liability policies. Again, a county has the choice there, or can they receive a bid from us for both of them. And then the overall goal is just to help workers get healthy, save the county's money, help people not have accidents or injuries to begin with. And that's why we put so much effort and have so many employees that spend so much time out in the field working on safety, because it is such a behavioral based thing. And those experience mods, the 2 biggest drivers of a work comp premium are the experience mods, which is the frequency of injury, and then the payroll size. Payroll size you can't do anything about because you have as many employees as you have, but the experience mod is what can be improved upon if the workers have less injuries, and that usually gets better through time and training and the amount of effort that's brought up with it with the training. So thank you for your time. Does anybody have any questions for us? I'm glad to answer any. Let me leave. I've been with K-Work a little over a year now, so it's a pleasure to come out here and meet you all. You have a beautiful courthouse, but I'll leave a few cards just in case you need to email or call me direct. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Yep.
K-Camp, but didn't want to. Do you work at all with K-Camp, or you guys completely? I mean, because I know your meetings are together and stuff at KAC and all that.
We about 84, 85 of the counties use us both, and many see a savings on both sides or together. But we have a lot of events together, pull carpool together and do a lot of these presentations in counties together.
Are they not as put together as you guys are? I know we requested a quote this year, and apparently they have turnover, just weren't willing to even give us a quote. So
that's interesting. I was aware they've had some turnover. I know they have a fill-in executive director right now, temporarily until they get somebody in the role permanently. That might have a lot to do with it. I'm guessing it does, but strong organization. I think you'll see some differences there here, maybe as early as next time around, when they're a little bit more established with the new director. But good question. Yeah.
I'll ask it at KAC too. The annual meeting.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Colin.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Rachel, come on up.
Good, how are you? Write a note so I don't forget. No, it's just an update on the health fair and how it's going, and how the health fair committee's been coordinating everything, and what we expect to have at the health fair. So, we are looking at having a carotid Doppler and a DEXA heel scan and lab draws, and Chase County Health Department, we're going to offer the flu vaccine. We're also going to have ESU nursing program there. Both extension offices, like our extension office in Morris County. And then all the screenings are going to be through Morris County, like Morris County Lab and Morris County Rehab is doing balance screenings, and then their radiology is doing the Doppler and the Texas DEXA heel scan. So we're just basically trying to, use as many resources as we can get there to get, and hopefully, we did do assessment in 23 to try to figure out what the best advertising was. And we found that a lot of people that filled out the survey said they heard it word of mouth. So we have spent a little bit more this year on door prizes versus advertising, just because we're hoping we get people of all ages. We have door prizes for people of all ages that we're going to offer. So, and each attendee is eligible to win a door prize. We will offer a free Mylar blanket to the first 75 attendees, just like an emergency blanket that you can use in your home, or if you're a camper, you go camping, that sort of thing. And really, that's it. Just wanted to come in and tell you how it's going, and that we.
Can you give us the date, time,
Yes, sorry.
location?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
if somebody's watching, they hear it.
Yes, thank you for that reminder. So the health fair is on Saturday, November 8th, and it's from 7:30 to noon. Labs will be 7:30 to 10:30. And those are also, like I said, offered through Morris County. There will be flyers coming out that are more specific and detailed about the labs, like what labs are offered and what the prices might be. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And that's held up at the high school?
Oh, yes. It will be at the North Gym at the high school. Yep.
Okay.
And yeah, we also have they're going to bring over an inflatable lung demo, like a 10 by 10 lung demo that people walk through, like healthy lung versus unhealthy
Oh,
lung.
okay.
So that, people can see that when they walk through it. So that we're excited about that. Also we have some of our 4-H kids are coming with a table, and then our DFAT students are coming with a table. So we're really excited about students coming to be a vendor in the fair. So, but yeah, that's about it. Just that we are trying to, we're excited about all the resources we've gotten, and we hope everybody comes to the fair. So, yep. That's all I have.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you for all your hard work into this.
Thank you.
Everything good down there? Is everything good at the,
Health department?
yep.
Yeah, it's going well. We have we're offering the flu vaccine. We have that in now, and we're going to do a couple of flu clinics this week at certain sites. So, yeah.
Go ahead and make your motion
I'll make a motion that we provide flu vaccines at the health department for all county employees.
Thank you.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Yep. That's,
All right.
before we forget.
They are under insurance.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I don't really have anything else I could think of right now. So, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks.
Right. Yeah, it's all right. What's the new chair?
Sorry, again.
Oh, you're all right. We're just on
Break
a
it.
momentary break. Pause. We can just on the show.
Good, how are you? Cookie. Hey, sir.
This, I think, goes with it, but
Distance.
actual, there's
Yeah.
where the grounds, there's where the actual spot.
This is what? Rivera Road? I didn't know we had a Rivera Road.
I didn't either, but that's what he had in there, and so, but if you look at the next one, cause I was careful to make sure, we probably should talk about this too much. This is not- okay.
Huh?
This is the one that goes with it. not the one.
Okay,
That makes sense.
okay. All right. Right.
Maybe that one. Yeah, I just don't have, we may have make copies of those, you guys can share along with it. I did put in the, ordinance, and it does pop up in there as well.
Okay.
This.
So the radio brings us, way that's getting close to my house.
I guess you can.
Oh, you're gonna hear it now.
Across the street from.
I decided to take the cookie.
All right.
Put these together last.
Sure did.
Oh,
Oh, then you do that.
Our meeting about last night. Oh,
Yeah,
still
that
talking.
We had some of those prepackaged ones.
Kid that just quit,
Oh, that's okay.
his insurance company said the first.
Oh, man.
Dusty had let me try that.
Oh, never made those.
I did chocolate chip because I shouldn't.
Who made this?
I don't know. They were all packaged. That's why I was kind of curious who put those
Snickerdoodle
together.
was out of this world.
Yeah, that's too funny.
Can you play a video? They would like to show a video.
What's it on?
Oh, yeah.
They have it on a device.
Put it on here.
Do you have internet access?
Can we cast it?
Can you?
And that's what
I
I,
can point this
Can we-
at the screen. I mean, if
But
she can
can
figure
you-
out how, but
Surely.
so if
Tiffany
she can
can-
play it on there, all she's got to do is click the little share screen. If you click the share screen right there, and then
Uh-huh.
select whatever you're playing, it'll.
If you have email access to that? Does that laptop have email access?
Yeah.
So the confidence right there.
because you ought to be able to, yeah, just be quiet.
Where's all your remote? I can't see your remotes. While you're doing that, sorry.
What, is it on? You have it on there.
Who put this-
That's
He did?
What's that?
You put this together?
I stole it from someone else, basically, but.
Spell my
She has it
name.
on
Well,
her
then I'll fix it real
You
quick.
misspelled my
So the
name.
question
but-
is-
Well, that was me. That was me.
I'll add them, I'll just put an E. in.
Oh, I got it.
No, I'll.
You know how to do it?
It's fine.
Do it.
Oh, Brent would probably.
That's what we were gonna try.
Yeah.
Oh, Brent's here.
Where's your IT guys?
Yeah. They brought the IT guy with them.
Wow, that was
Yeah.
very thorough.
Yeah.
Very thorough.
Great job, girls. They brought the IT guy.
Brent, do you think we can?
Is there a way that we can try and plug it into this? Or would you rather just?
Is it online?
You have it online, right?
Yes.
Right, if it's online, she can just open it up online and share the screen. It'd be the easiest thing to do since it's Zoom.
Is it a video, you know the link?
Yeah, I can send you the test numbers.
How about you just sit down and Google right there, Connie will let you. Pretty sure.
Don't look at any of the secret stuff on there.
On this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be careful, if she does a good job.
No. She stole my phone years ago to make sure I knew where they lived and put it on my phone directions to her house. Miss Lola did. Few days ago.
Tony, I'll print that out one more
Drop
time.
the pin.
Oh, she had it on the map and where the bus was.
Before we
I
wrap
was
up,
filling it.
I'll print that one more time with your name fixed. And I'll have you sign that one for.
Okay.
Now you can.
Just click that and it'll open up and then you click on the one you want to share, yeah.
No, it's the wrong one. You clicked on the wrong screen.
stop sharing, click stop sharing. We're good for that.
Yeah.
You go famous when they stream these things.
Yeah, there you go. Everybody will see you. You'll be caught in the archives forever. You guys are famous. We can.
You're on screen.
There you go.
Make sure you speak loud. This is the microphone.
You can say from her back there.
She makes you nervous. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, I'm Reese Harshman and I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Alexis Miller and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Lola and I'm a sophomore.
So we are part of DFAT. DFAT stands for Drug Free Action Team. It is not only drug awareness, but we're going to start digging into mental health awareness. We have done many events and activities to bring awareness to our school community. Some have been that a couple of students have wrote on a bulletin board saying, take a note, leave a note for mental health. For the past 2 years, we went to the Capitol to the Mental Health Advocacy Day, and we got to talk to a bunch of representatives, and it was just a bunch of fun to see how well it was. And then last year we did a mock crash about drunk driving.
So the next thing DFAT's wanting to do is we're wanting to have a speaker come talk to our student body about social media and mental health effects that it has. So we think that the purpose of bringing in a speaker is to have an impact on the students as well as our community and also bring awareness on the topic. We were looking at Ben Tracy. He ran from coast to coast and he's also talked to many students and schools and student bodies about the effects of social media and mental health.
Can you play that video?
Yes.
Thank you.
The goal of what I do is to keep kids safe. When they're on social media, anything that they're doing on the internet. I mean, you only get one chance to do this. How many years am I comfortable handing over to Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram?
It doesn't help protect kids.
On the back of Tracy's bus, the names of children who've lost their lives due to social media.
Expedition started about 6 years ago.
To keep kids alive. Spend so much time on these apps, and when you go out and meet with real people face to face every day, you realize that most people in this country are so kind and decent and respectful, and it's given me personally a lot of hope and optimism.
Okay, so watching this video made me feel that everyone needs to hear and see this. But the presence of him physically being here, I feel like would have a major impact on many Chase County students. So when he was running coast to coast, he actually ran through Chase County. And when we reached out to him and was gonna see if he could come and talk to us, he mentioned that how great our community was and how kind we were to him. So the reason why we are here on behalf of DFAT is to ask you for $1,750 to help to bring Ben Tracy here to make an impact on our student bodies as well as our community.
That's half the amount. And that's to cover, that's the students, and then they'll do a parent side of it also, so that parents are aware of what to look for, because the kids are doing a lot of stuff that parents don't realize they're doing.
So he'll do 2 presentations.
Yeah, do a presentation to the students and then that evening, the parents.
I'll make a motion for the request for financial assistance from the Crime Prevention Fund for the Chase County Drug Free Action Team of $1,750.
We have the
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Will he be running here to keep travel costs down?
As long as you're running with it.
I actually had a marathon watch party at my house yesterday, which is
Good job, ladies.
worse than golf.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. You say marathon watch party?
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
Which
Chicago Marathon.
Chicago? What was the winning
And then
time?
our favorite runner, apparently our favorite runner, because we got hurt and didn't run. So. I don't know, but it was very, very fast. So there was a North American record broken. So my wife is a marathon runner.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, so I would like to request, I know the agenda says an hour. Let's take it in 20-minute bites and hopefully we're done.
For
In 20
For
minutes.
non-elected personnel, yes.
I'll make a motion. We go into executive session for non-elected personnel at 10:06 for 20 minutes.
With
Second.
who do you want?
Everybody in this room? And I have
Everybody in this
Lieutenant Dina Fleshman with me from the jail.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Just for
Motion
the record,
carries.
everybody in the room, it is the sheriff,
Thank you.
the
That's
clerk,
what she was waiting on.
commissioners, the attorney, and
Lieutenant
Yeah.
Fleshman.
Lieutenant Fleshman.
Okay.
Live.
No action taken. I'll make a motion, we go back into executive session for non-elected personnel at 10:27 for 20 minutes
Second?
with same
Same.
personnel.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Click it.
No action taken. I'll make a motion. We go back into executive session at 10:48 for 10 minutes with the same personnel for non-elected personnel.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
the clerk up
Don't leave
front.
them with the clerk specifically.
No,
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Tiffany, maybe, up front, so we can pick them up.
You want me to leave?
Oh, that's fine. If you guys want to pick them up or whatever,
Right,
they just,
from up front.
yeah,
that's what-
it just needs to not be a part of her file. That's really what I care about.
Okay. No action taken.
Thank you guys for your
You
time.
sure you don't want to sit through the next one?
No, good.
Do we want him to sit through the next one?
Which,
We'll call you back. We know where.
Yeah, you know,
don't worry
I
about
gotta get Nina back to the office anyway.
it. Get her.
Thanks, Dana.
We need to.
Oh, yeah.
Where do we want to start at on the list?
You want to take in a storm siren agreement real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do that.
So everybody knows about the storm siren issue we've got. And I think they want to put up out at the fairgrounds. I know that Scott's been working with them, went to their board meeting, and got some language approved with them. Location roughly. I think he's got to get within like 50 meters or 30 meters, something like that of that spot. But
I'm sorry, you said fairgrounds, you mean rodeo grounds?
rodeo grounds, yes,
Okay.
thank you for that. But that's a draft agreement that we put together. I believe it's generally correct, except for that someone misspelled Mr. Hazelton's name. My assistant's not here today, so even though I typed it up, I will blame that on her, because I know she's watching right now.
Mic check.
That tracks.
And this is just to put it on their property. Is that?
It's to put it on their property. We're gonna take care of it. Not gonna hold them liable for anything that goes wrong with it. There's a map attached to one of those. I don't think I had 3 maps, sorry. I think everybody knows roughly where we're looking at. They're on that corner there.
Yeah, I do.
Could move it to right there.
Put it in Drake's backyard.
No, your front yard.
No,
Your backyard.
Your front yard.
Then I would have to do a new agreement with her.
I'll make a motion that we sign the storm siren license agreement with the Strong City Rodeo Commission for allowing us to put a storm siren on their property.
And that's what it's called, Strong City Rodeo Association?
Rodeo Commission.
I'll say.
That's what he had. If somebody thinks that is wrong, that's what I put in there based on information I got from Scott. But
You should know.
Feel like it's like hell.
is there somewhere we can look? What I would say is if you would authorize us to make that correction if it's necessary, because you're going to sign it before they sign it. So if you would approve the agreement in substance, that if we do need to change the name of the organization of the Strong City Rodeo Association or Flint Hills, if it is wrong.
So moved.
Do you have a second?
Yes, it's been
Yeah.
moved and seconded. Connie, you good there? Okay. It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Motion carries. You want me to go ahead and sign those?
Yeah, unless you make just. Photos. And he probably wants to, yeah. Original sign. I don't think it matters that much.
Video footage inside and outside the courthouse. More information about that, or?
I got a phone call, Jenna got an email. Now, Jenna got the phone call and sent it to me. I wasn't comfortable giving permission to video inside the courthouse.
Oh, the email, okay. Yeah.
Jenna asked Rich Larson about the courtroom, and he said absolutely no video.
Right,
And
he has the.
And
absolute authority
second
to that.
floor, second floor period.
I'm uncomfortable with inside the courthouse, video outside. It's up to you.
I mean,
Video in my office.
I absolutely think we honor Judge Larson's,
So,
and I don't know that we can prevent them outside, right?
well, we can't prevent them outside. It's very, very difficult to prevent somebody from filming in the common areas or the public areas within the courthouse, anywhere that doesn't have any sensitive information. That would be like the First Amendment audit type things that you see on the internet. If it's a public space, generally they can walk in and film. Now, we can put some limitations on that where there might be sensitive documents that might be filmed and whatnot, but we got to be very, very careful about restricting access. Now, again, the courtroom, that's absolutely, I mean, there are laws and rules about that, but the public accessible areas, it's really, really tough to say. If I'm going to go into the treasurer's office to pay my bill, I can't film it when I'm doing it.
It's just concerned since it was.
The judge gave his explicit.
Right, no, we have a judge signed off on whatever the judge says. But yeah, that's on the district court's stuff. But as far as the publicly accessible areas, I mean, as long as they're not a distraction, if they're not, I mean, they're you got to be careful because the rules are pretty clear that we've got to let them do that. It's an easy rule to not love, but.
I mean, obviously, I prefer if they're going to do it, that they would do it outside, you know, if they want to use
Outside
it.
or the
But
first
as
floor.
you said, I mean, what I can say for certain is I absolutely support.
No, the district
Our
judge can
judges.
say you cannot film in the courtroom. Yeah.
Or outside the court, or on the second floor outside of the courtroom.
Right.
So
Yeah,
that's,
filming it,
you
yeah,
know,
right.
so I'm 100% on board with him.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I think that we need to take your counsel on what.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna basically run afoul of, what about thinking hypothetically about every tourist that walks through the place that films the pretty staircase and the jail and all of that? I mean, there's just, where are you gonna draw that line? Is it because they're there to audit us, or they're there to for tourism? We can't draw that line, you know?
So your suggestion is for us to just support Judge Larson?
But we support Judge Larson, but aside from that, you know, if we feel like there are safety issues, you can call the sheriff over and make sure that we're keeping the peace and whatnot. But you know, I don't think that we can prevent someone from filming inside the building legally. There's been a lot of law on that in the last few years, and a lot of the times the folks that are doing that in hopes that we deny them access so they can file a civil liberties lawsuit.
Gotcha.
I'll let them know.
Let him know.
No second. Which one?
Sorry, I was thinking security footage. Somebody'd asked me about that. Strong City Fire Station.
Can we come back to that? Maybe
Sure.
move on to your other, you want to do your executive sessions first?
Yes.
Then move on down to his executive sessions. Get them out of the way.
Be very long, the property one, 5 minutes, just to tell you what's.
Six, preliminary discussion relating to acquisition of real property.
I'll make a motion to go into executive session for preliminary discussions related to the acquisition of real estate. 5 minutes.
With 10, make it 10.
10 minutes with
To return what?
return at 11:18
I'll second.
with the attorney and clerk. Been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Yeah,
open session's fine, or back,
yeah, we could probably just.
go back into executive.
Oh, no, we're good.
No,
Different,
good there.
different.
Oh,
subject.
well, we do have a different one, yeah.
Yes.
We can.
Well, let's go ahead and do that one.
Yeah.
Let's take no action first.
No action taken. That's all right.
Make a motion to go into executive session for non-elected personnel. With all of us again, Connie, Brian, for 20 minutes,
Should return in.
11:40. Been moved and seconded to go into executive session for 20 minutes for non-elected personnel with the clerk and attorney to stay. All those in favor say aye. Aye. No action taken.
Executive session. I'd like to go in executive session for
We're fast.
15 minutes. Non-elected personnel, Brian and Connie. Coming out at 11:56.
What's the name?
Huh? Non-elected person.
I'll second that. It's been moved and seconded to go into executive session for non-elected personnel to end at 11:56. All those in favor say aye.
Aye. So
Right, yes.
set up
Yes.
drama.
Yes.
No action taken. I would like to say that everybody has their jobs. Do your job. Don't worry about anybody else. Stay in your lane and let's move forward.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, Rob.
This one's right here. I just want to ask for you guys' blessing to go to tomorrow, Strong City, if she can put me on the agenda to discuss acquiring the Strong City Fire Station and property there.
Okay.
And so, yeah, as long as you guys are good with that. I won't write a check or anything. Yeah. Right.
No check right.
No check right.
Yeah, see what they were thinking and we'll go from there.
Better.
Do that now.
Isn't that enough?
I think
It is, bro.
What have we decided about?
Uh,
On that, section.
We're gonna take some action on that yet?
I think we need to continue to just talk to him a little
Finish
more
discussing
about it.
Just not quite ready.
Yeah, I'm not totally opposed to it. I just think the logistics of what all, I feel like it needs to be outlined a little bit more is exactly what, because I had some other thoughts too. When you talk about an open space, right? An open office space then that is going to be open, especially currently you want to open it up to, 2 or 3 other departments. So, I mean, it'd be like, would you let them come in and out, come and go as they please?
What they told me, yes, that desk would stay there, the TV would stay there, so
That meeting area.
That meeting area would stay.
But files and desks and all that other stuff.
Sounds like they've already got it all worked out, the files, Tom's got all that, they went down and measured, they've got it all figured out. And, they already kind of got, I think they moved some desk around even a little bit, you might better get your 4.
Yeah.
It would be, I know they're using it, fire department, I think they have meetings there, which is a good open area that
I've been in
on the
there
northwest side.
4 times now myself.
And
People
always,
wanna, can I meet with you? Yeah. Just kind of a universal place for me, so I mean, here's fine too. Before I really felt comfortable just doing it in here, I was ready to hear it on, but
we want to bring in all parties that are
Probably
involved in that.
would make
We kind of
but I'll
figure some things out.
Just
Like,
like, here's some problems.
Can we pick a date that I've got court?
Happy Halloween. That's the
Yeah.
next meeting.
Yeah. Do you have court that day? Nope.
No, it's a Friday.
No, Friday's court date.
On Halloween?
Yeah, Halloween is not really a good court holiday, but I believe the judges found that day.
They were working. 'cause that's when
Actually,
I got sworn in
I
15
believe
years ago.
that I may be out of town at a conference that week. So,
Oh,
isn't that the,
I won't be here on the 31st.
Right.
But I can attend via Zoom.
isn't that the conference, right?
It's something like
It's
that.
one, there's one of the conferences that I think is that weekend.
No, I'm not in conference.
Okay. No, I'm sorry, that one would be the District Attorney, County Attorney Association, not the counties. I've got 3 of them that are on the calendar right now, so.
I will attend via Zoom. I mean, I'm good with doing that via Zoom on the 31st. Yeah.
Oh, this.
And I'm always available for a phone call if you guys have a question or anything that comes up during those meetings. And when I'm in court, I can always pop down to do stuff, but
So yeah, 31st.
Zoom. We have our traveling meeting next Tuesday night at Cedar Point at 7 o'clock. 7 to 8. Out at the firehouse. You know where the firehouse is?
I've been to that one, but I'll.
Go on through town and just follow the.
Deb.
That's the old school.
Okay.
And it's another half mile.
Okay, gotcha.
I believe there'll be people there wanting to know about low water crossing. It's been
That's
closed
what
for
I'm
18
gonna-
months, so.
Talked to Tom, the last update I got is that engineers did their job, turned it in, we faxed it on to FEMA, but that's been a couple weeks ago, that last update that
So they can't fix it until we get through.
it happened during a FEMA event, so.
I mean, it's gotta be fixed whether we get FEMA money or not. We always end up with
If
FEMA
we
money.
start fixing it before they say no or whatever, then it's on us.
I mean,
It's the FEMA departments we take it away.
But
It's
any
on
of
the
that
next one.
action that's gonna be taken right now is government shutdown stuff, so nothing is happening.
That's where I suggested the portable bridge. That's why I brought that up. They make portable bridges, the 50-foot, 40-foot, 30-foot, whatever. And now they can't hold a semi, but they will hold pickup.
They'll sure drive a semi over.
You know,
If there's a bridge there, we'll cross it.
Oh, yeah.
well, that figure out there, I drove out there, it's gonna be a farmer, his hay is round bales.
Right.
It's always gonna be a rancher, a farmer, rancher.
Yeah. You know, you just all sides across that.
Or available, let's see.
We're gonna talk about it on the 31st.
Just, did you want me to have
You're gonna
some-
bring everybody in that has an interest in it.
I don't know who all has an interest.
Road and Bridge,
Bridge.
Fire Department, and
We'll see.
might as well bring Lucy in. I mean, he's kind of
Yeah.
part of it too.
Yeah, like I said, he just wanted the desk, they could just come and go, even if they're permanent.
He'll have more room down there.
Yeah, he was gonna stay, he was gonna stay.
Three departments.
Yes.
Oh, no.
All right. Thank you, Connie.
Start.
My last big motion. Oh, wait, I'm not.
Start in-person voting on the 15th
In-person voting on the 15th in your office.
in my office. Ballots will go out from the advance, ballots will go out 15 minutes now.
Election day is November 4th. And down at the community center. Community
School
Village,
park.
Swope Park.
Yeah.
From 7 to 7.
7 to 7.
Okay.
We got 12-hour day.
Yes, you wish it
It's
was
pretty
only 12.
interesting from here on out.
All right, thank you, gentlemen and young lady. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Say,
Been moved and seconded, all in favor?
2 seconds. I'd say.
All right.
Time for seconds.
I gotta go clean up the corner. I gotta fix my car.
I'm gonna go yell at the sheriff.
Oh.
Hey, under sheriff,